Hey, it's Gary. Welcome back to another Vlogmas video. This is the Christmas songs book tag, and I did it last year, but it was created by someone different, and the songs were different, and the questions were different, but it's still the same concept. This one was created by HailsHeartsNYC, and I've seen a lot of people do it, and I thought, I'm going to do it. I'm technically doing it again, but last time I did it, I think it was called the Christmas Carols book tag, which is still on my channel, and this is Christmas songs. So yeah, let's get to that. Before I start, I just wanted to give the disclaimer that I don't have a lot of the books with me. I only have just a few of them, and I thought maybe I'll put pictures up and everything like that too, so just for visual reference. Number 1 is You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch. And that's name a villain you couldn't help but love. And I'm going to say the White Witch from Narnia, because I just love witches. And she lives in a winter setting. She is the power to freeze, and I just love that. When I read The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, that's the only Narnia book that I read, and I kind of liked her character a little bit, despite the fact that she was a villain and everyone hated her. Yeah. Number 2 is All I Want for Christmas Is You, and that's name a book you hope to see under the Christmas tree. And I want the Nerdy Nummies cookbook by Rosanna Pansino, who I just love. I love her videos, and I saw her cookbook in stores. I saw it at Barnes & Noble, and I was like, I was there for something else, but I would have gotten it. I saw it, and I would have gotten it. And I'm really, really pushing for it for Christmas. So yeah, I hope I get that. The next one is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and that's name a character who overcomes obstacles and learns to believe in themselves. I'm saying Violet from All the Bright Places. Violet Markey, I think her last name was, and she. This is going to be a spoiler alert, but at the beginning of the book, it starts out where she's on a bell tower at school, ready to jump, and she's kind of talked down. By Theodore Finch, and she's very depressed and very moody, and with Theodore, who was referred to as Finch in the book, but I call him Theodore. He was able to kind of support her and talk to her, and you just have to read the book. It's by Jennifer Niven, and yeah, it's she learns to keep living, basically, and move on with life. Okay, now there's 2 parts to this one, and it's Santa Claus is Coming to Town. A character that would be at the top of the naughty list, and a character that would be at the top of the nice list. And I'm going to start with the naughty one. For the naughty list, it would be Tom Buchanan from The Great Gatsby, because he clearly was the villain, and he kind of acted as a hitman because he assigned George Wilson to kill Jay, and he did not like Jay. I don't think he really treated Daisy that well. I'm trying to remember exactly what was in the book, but yeah, I remember Tom Buchanan was just horrible, and yeah, he'd be at the top at the naughty list. The character I chose that would be at the top of the nice list is Scott from Sleeping Freshmen Never Lie, because he's such a sweet kid. He gets along great with his teachers and his friends. I think there might have been a bully. I don't remember exactly, but he was just sweet and shy, and he didn't do anything bad at all. He was really, really good. and I'd say, yeah, again, you have to read the book, and I'd put him at the top of the nice list. The next one is Frosty the Snowman, and that's a book that melts your heart. And I'm saying Starry Night by Debbie McComber, which actually takes place around Christmas, because it's just a book. It has a happy ending, and it's just nice to curl up. When I was reading it, I was like one of those books where I was curling up on my bed reading it, and it was just really sweet. It might be categorized as sappy romance, but I mean, well, in literature it's just called romance, but those books are kind of considered sappy. But despite that, it was really sweet, and it was kind of adventurous a little bit too, because it took place in the mountains. Um, and yeah, it's just a nice book to curl up with. Number 6 is Feliz Navidad, and that's a book that takes place in a country other than yours. So since I live in America, I chose Pride and Prejudice. I figured I could choose anything by Jane Austen because they take place in England. So yeah, I chose Pride and Prejudice, which I really, really hope to read. I've had this for so long. I want to read it, and yeah, I really, really want to read this. And yeah, it takes place in England, so that's my answer. Number 7 is It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year, and that's name a book you use to spread holiday joy. And I'm saying Chicken Soup for the Soul, Christmas Cheer. I can't see who it's by a few authors. And it's stories about the love, inspiration, and joy of Christmas. So it's literally right there in the subtitle. And I chose, I used this, which I actually talked about last week, because it's we all know these Chicken Soup for the Soul stories are true stories, and they take place around Christmas. And I recommend this book to people sometimes if they just want read something to read during the holidays season. And yeah, they're nice stories. They're sad. They're happy. They're funny. So they're really, really good stories. Number 8 is Sleigh Ride, and that's which character would you choose to spend the holidays with you? And I said Ronnie from the last song because she's one of my favorite protagonists. Um, just because I love her kind of like rebellious attitude, but it's rebellious but also caring because she has a spot in her heart for animals. But when she communicates with other people, she's a little bit on the rebellious side, and I still love her, and so yeah, I'd like to share a sleigh ride with her. The next one is Baby It's Cold Outside, and which book would you throw into the fire to keep warm? And I'm saying Winger by Andrew Smith. The character of Ryan Dean West was such a complainer. Every chapter, he was complaining about himself and about school. He was calling himself names. He was putting himself down. And I'm like, oh my god, kid, just stand up for yourself. I had to stop reading the book. I honestly don't know how it ended. And I know there's a sequel to this book, but I don't think I'll care for reading it. And I'm only hanging on to this one because just in case I want to give it a second chance or something like that, and maybe I'll forget how much of a complainer he was. And I just stopped reading it because almost every single chapter, he was calling himself names and just complaining. I wouldn't literally throw it into a fire, but metaphorically, in this case, I would. The last one is number 10, and that's Do You Hear What I Hear? And that's a book you think everyone should read. Let me just begin by saying that there isn't a book tag when I don't mention this book. It's This Is Where I Leave You by Jonathan Trapper. I've used this in so many book tags. When I read this, I loved it. And I was recommending it to everyone. And I think I got 3 people to read it. One of them actually did. I don't know about the other 2. And I don't remember who that third person... Anyway. I just loved it. And I think I think a lot of people could, you know, relate to it, or um, imagine like they were one of the characters or something, because this book was, I thought it was amazing. I was raving about it, and this is a book a lot of people I know would love, because of how well it's written, and how the character of Judd, how, you know, his personality and his the things he likes and doesn't like, and how he relates to people. It's just, it was amazing. So that was the Christmas songs book tag. All the questions in the songs are down there, and um, and I also put Hales Hearts NYC's video down there in the description too. So I hope you do that. I hope you like it, and I'll see you guys soon.